With the $5 meal deal at McDonald's, you pick a McDouble or a McChicken, then get a small fry, a small drink, and a 4-piece McNuggets. That's a lot of McDonald's for not a lot of money.
Price and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Sponsored by Novo Nordisk. Hi, I'm standing in quicksand. You can't see it, but it could be true. Having MASH can often be the same way. MASH, or metabolic dysfunction-associated steatohepatitis, is a potentially life-threatening liver disease you could have without knowing, especially if you have conditions like obesity, type 2 diabetes, or high triglycerides. You don't know if I'm in quicksand, and you won't know if you're at risk for MASH without talking to your doctor. Learn more at speakliver.com.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Rise and shine.
I'm the leader of the Repeal the 19th.
I think it was awesome. Sorry, whoever's offended by that concept, I don't care. I thought it was awesome.
Because we have a tendency to think that way around here.
My nigga.
Y'all the ones bringing this stuff in here, but I'm the poster child for it.
Where are you from, bro?
Oh, I'm from Tennessee.
Oh, that's a sick accent, bro. I haven't heard that before. That's awesome, dude.
It's my team. It's my quarterback.
And you're trying to get a controversial statement out of me, but
come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
bring your ass. Hey.
You serious?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On. This is your Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will, from Game On. He's Cricket from sportspicks.locals.com. We're here to bring you the latest and greatest going on in the sports world. And speaking of the sports world, the NFL, wow, 2 weeks in and contests, survivors, everything is just blown up. We've got the second week in a row where the biggest underdog via points and money line wins outright. We've got kickers who go down in a team that can't win a game because they can't kick. We've got another week where a team won a game without scoring an offensive touchdown. We've got backup quarterbacks who weren't even good backup quarterbacks leading a team to a victory. We've got blowouts. We've got surprises. We've got a little bit of everything, Cricket. We've got, oh my goodness, we've got a lot to get to is what I'm trying to get at. But before we get to all that, Cricket, how you doing this morning?
I am never going to financially recover from this.
Yeah.
About like that. I don't know that we really need to say too much more beyond that, man. I do hate your Patriots. They covered for me, but I had the sickest little money line parlay with the Packers, the Vikings, and the Patriots let me down at the at the end, man. But yeah, a lot to get to. But I mean,
I tried warning you on that one. They
still covered for me. They still came through for me on the 3.5. So
I tried warning you on that one, though. Unlike you and Patriot, who tell me this is just a lock. Lions and the Cowboys are a lock, and I threw a little honey bun parlay together, and I put the Cowboys money line. I put the Lions money line. I put the Kansas City money line, and I put the Houston Texans money line together. And boy, did that hurt watching the other two cash, huh?
If it makes you feel any better, I got my head kicked in this weekend too with all my picks, man.
I think everyone did.
I got destroyed. I think everybody did too, man. They're gonna build a whole new shiny building out there for somebody.
Yeah. It was very, very interesting. And then and here, you know, the other thing too is we have we have some people that hit some massive, crazy parlays. Did you see the guy that hit the Marvin Harrison Jr. parlay?
He had a big game though.
Let me pull that. Good game. The guy didn't do anything after the first quarter. The guy can only play one quarter.
I only saw that. Like
play
in the
a
first
full
quarter.
game. Marv didn't catch a single pass after the first quarter. You know what I mean?
I saw that he had like 130 yards and 2 touchdowns or something. The first time I even looked, the game had not been on for more than like a quarter, and he was already up toward the top of the fantasy receivers.
This was funny. It says this duo is special.
Yeah. Shout out to Kyler and his sports.
Where's that parlay at? Where are you at, you crazies? By the way, you guys would be broke without me. All right. Did you see we hit a Prize Picks?
Did you hit that one, bro?
Yeah, the only one we
go.
hit. You guys would be broke without me.
Did Lamar have 48 rushing yards?
Dude, that last play of the game where he scrambled, they gave him yards for that. Where he scrambled like 30 yards. He didn't run the whole game. Then he decides to scramble on the last play of the game and run 30 yards downfield and then pitch it backwards. And I'm like,
and that counts as rush
count?
yards?
It counts rusher? Well,
a little sketchy.
I was gonna make a big stink about it, but he came under. And also, I don't understand because they say he got 48, but ESPN says he got 35. Either way, I don't care. I cashed it, so we're good.
Well, I'd like to know what the deal with that is. Why there's a discrepancy on what the yards are, because that could matter later.
It could, but also, this is insane. Look at this. Look at this mad lad. He said Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to have under 4.5 yards or 4.5 catches, but he's going to have over 110 yards, and he's also going to have 2 touchdowns. Basically, this guy was saying Marv's going to catch a couple big bombs, and that's what Marv did.
And then use the 50% profit boost and just what a savage.
Yeah, this guy turned $9.37 to $8,600.
Feels better than me this morning.
Oh, someone's got to, someone's got to win. We got to feel good for some of these people. But yeah, Cricket. Oh my goodness, look at that, Crick. Back to 121.
Hey,
Let's
man,
go.
look at that. Look at that. New life, baby. We got new life. Love that, bro. Nice pick. Yeah. You got that one. I was sitting here at the computer yesterday. You sent me that one. I put it in as soon as you said.
I felt good about it too. I was going to be so mad if we lost because of that scramble at the end.
Oh,
I was refreshing. You don't know how I had ESPN app up. I'm refreshing. I'm like, you are not going to screw me on this because I was right. I was right on this.
I was right. Don't take this from me.
Right, you asshole. Let's say hello to everyone over on the Rumble side of things before we hop into these games. I love these Mondays, these NFL Mondays. These are great. What's up, B McCormick? Morning. Southwest Virginia here. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't read this morning. Heavy Step says, morning, I'm wearing a brown paper bag over my head. Contest picks were ass again. Dude, we all got our heads kicked in, except for Robert. Robert nailed it. He went 4-1. I owe that man an apology for saying him and Wise Guys were getting too cute. They were not. They were right. Patriot says, bring out your dead. What?
I'd be with him this morning.
Yeah.
You'll drag me out.
Still suck. Hey, speaking of the Saints, we're going to get to that game, but I think we need to add Derek Carr MVP and Baker Mayfield MVP to our portfolios ASAP.
If you want to.
Just think about it. 15. The first 15 drives of this season, Cricket. They scored.
I know. Doesn't make any sense. Who had that on their bingo card?
I'm just saying, if you can get 50-1 on Derek Carr still,
you get 50-1. Yeah, I don't know if you can get that high anymore though.
As of as of last night, Derek Carr was still 50-1 on DraftKings.
Bet it then. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
50-1's got some value on it. For sure. I mean, hell, like I said, who had on their bingo card that the Saints were going to score their first 15 drives of the season? Nobody does that.
Oh my goodness, Patriot! Don't come in here and say you weren't touting your Cowboys yesterday. You were too, and they stunk.
It didn't jinx them us betting them. I bet them last week against the Browns too, and they blew the doors off. They just got their head kicked in yesterday.
Oh man! By the way, guys, got some we got some new merch. Got the beanie.
You look good, bro.
Got the mug here.
Looking good. That's right.
Game on. 70-75 coffee tastes even better with this mug.
Man, that is like such a commercial there you got going on.
I know. I'm taking the beanie off though. I just got out of the shower, so my head is so hot.
I bet too. You're like sweating into that beanie.
Yeah. Which tells you, I mean, this thing works, keeps you warm. How about that?
That's right. Does what it's supposed to.
By the way, Mahomes is washed. He's washed. He sucks.
Who is?
Mahomes. He's a bum. I don't want to hear anyone talk about comparing him to Brady anymore. Get out of here with that shit.
The Eagles gave him all they wanted, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have won.
All right, let's man, I haven't even checked, but well, let's just go check on our contest picks real quick. We're about to recap, ladies and gentlemen. We'll let everyone roll in here. We're about to recap everything that happened yesterday. Wow, that's gross. You see this? I got half a point.
I don't think I'm gonna get that.
So if the Eagles cover, I'll get 1.5 points on the week. Yay! What do we do here? Loser. Wow, good job, guys.
That's a push on the Texans.
Oh, okay. We got half a point. Good job, wise guy round table. Crick. Loser. Potentially a winner.
Probably loser.
Don't say that, man. We need positive vibes tonight. Patriot.
Look, I tried to do positive vibes all weekend long. They didn't work. I think I'm gonna turn around and bet the Falcons tonight.
I'm just gonna let you know. I'm going with. I'm saying screw it. I'm gonna have one of my contest entries. I'm just gonna go straight. What's my gut feeling on Tuesday when these lines open up?
I think I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna stop.
Had I stuck with my gut feeling,
I had my original one had the Packers and the Patriots in there.
Yeah, and I stayed. And I had the Packers in there. I had the Chargers in there. I had the Raiders. Yeah, I stayed away from too many games, man. I had the Saints.
I knew it was going to be gross when I looked up there at all our little picks, and there is no plus marks by any of those. Those are all favorites, and I was like, we're about to get our head kicked in.
Good morning, Pissant. He says, with how Saturday went, I didn't even bet Sunday. How'd Saturday go for you? Bad?
Oh, awful.
That bad?
We sat right beside each other and lost all day.
Really? It was one of those weekends then, huh?
It was just awful, man. I'm telling you. I feel just like the Tiger King this morning.
How did the 19th Army do? They won one. Good job.
That's right.
How Millie Goats
one pushed one.
Millie Goats pushed on 2. Look at that. God, that's gross.
Pushed on 2 and won the Bills.
God, the great Robert Barnes, 4-1. Look at this mad lad. He's got 7 points, and he's in the almost top 300.
Golly, the only one he lost was the gross ass Panthers pick.
Yeah, that's probably my fault for picking the Panthers because it was one of his plays, so I picked it. I should have picked a different one.
Either way, still a pretty good week.
Still pretty good week. Okay, Cricket, let's get. Here's the real thing I want to know. I'm going to log in and check this out as we start talking about these. But Survivors are. This is a great year to be in Survivor. There's $14 million on the line in the Circus Survivor. And there's only like 2/3 of the entries are gone. There's like 4,500 people left. Each your entry that you paid $1,000 to get into, its net value right now is like $3,500 because of like if you just take how many people are left divided by the pot, and that's after 2 weeks.
That's crazy, dude. They can go ahead. They can start another one of these up about week 6.
Yeah, they usually do like week 5 or week 6. But you know what also is crazy, which I don't feel bad about for this contest. Like you're going to be able to fight back. People like Robert obviously have a huge leg up right now, but you're going to be able to fight your way back into this contest if you know it's one bad couple weeks. Look at this. The Circa Millions. This is supposed to be some of the sharpest people in the world, right? And I think it's getting dumber because everyone just wants to have fun and go into this contest. The top 5 picks this week all lost. Ravens, Colts, Jags, Chiefs, Texans. Let me take it another step further for you, though. Okay. The next highest entry, the Panthers, that lost. The next highest entry, the next highest entry was the Cowboys. That lost. The next highest entry after that was the Panthers. That lost. The next highest entry after that was the 49ers. That lost. It wasn't until you got to the Chargers. So the top 8 picks in the Circa Million contest lost.
Gross.
After a week where week 1, the top 5 picks went 1-4. So that's what I'm saying. You've got a chance to come fight your way back here.
Ugh. Gross. NFL's gross, man.
It really makes you appreciate and respect how hard it is to win in the NFL and gambling.
It is, bro. Very, very tough. There's no way you could see some of that stuff coming that happened yesterday. It's not possible. You can sit and read and research and do all these things and draw straws and flip coins and look into the stars or whatever you want to do. There's no way you can see some of that shit happen.
Well, my gut saw it. I just didn't listen to my gut.
Yeah. Well, you got to look into the stars, man. No, you're right.
Yeah, Beardo was like, man, I can't win at any of these underdog picks. And I'm like, my man, listen, We'll do this. I'll tell you one thing that I won big on yesterday. I bet all sorts of kicker props. And I just bet them straight. I didn't even parlay them this time. And they cashed and they cashed and they cashed. I even had Washington's kicker 7+ field goals at plus 10,000.
7+ field goals?
I didn't do that.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know they offered some crazy nonsense like that.
I have 2 survivor entries left. Check this out, Cricket.
You got 2 left?
36,000 people entered this contest with me. 36,000 entries because you can buy up to like 25 entries. I bought 7. almost 25,000 have been eliminated. There's 11,000 left. And over $500,000 is on the line. Think I can do it? Think I can get there?
We got to find you a good one this week, man.
I about had a heart attack when I saw that the Bears were getting the ball back last night. I was like,
that was a weird game.
The Texans were mine. Yeah. Look at this, Cricket. Let's start there. Great transition, Cricket. Last night, Sunday Night Football, we have the Houston Texans defeat the Bears 19-13. Gross game, right? Texans defense looked great. Chicago's Bears offense didn't look that great. Houston offense got the ball moving and chunk plays and stuff, but I don't know what was going on. And I was like, man, this doesn't feel like it should be this close. And if you look at the stat, they had equal first downs. Texans actually ran 5 fewer plays than the Bears. And look at that. The Texans had 105 more offensive yards. This actually was way more. There's a bigger discrepancy here. The Bears got some, garbage time yards there at the end of the game, the last couple drives. Oh, look at that. Over 100 yards more passing than the Bears. Time of possession, the Bears had the ball more. I mean, the Texans should have. I mean, what was the yards per play? That's the one that I saw. Yards. Let's see. Where's it at? YPP.
There it is, right there under
5.1 versus 3.1. I mean, the Texans should have won this one, probably by 2 scores.
What are they?
At least easily over a touchdown.
What were they doing, man? I didn't really watch much of this one last night. I was over football at this point in time. But what do? They just getting drives down there where they turn the ball over, or they miss?
Yeah, that's what they had. It was turnovers. It was a big key in this game. They would move the ball and then turn it over. What do we had? We had
only had 1 turnover.
I swear they had another one.
Yeah, the Bears with 2, and the Texans that lost fumble there.
I thought they had a different one, but the Texans, like, they fumbled it when they were like about to score. That's what happened. The Texans were about to put this game away, and then what's his name, Mixon, went out for a play, and another bum ass guy came in and fumbled on the 3.
Was it Dameon Pierce?
It was not. Dameon Pierce didn't play.
Oh, okay. Well,
injured or something.
Well, damn, we could have used that other touchdown there at Houston.
Sure could have.
Did you see this one, dude, that we had? I don't know if you went back and checked. I'm sure you did. Look at that one.
Oh, it was disgusting. You want to know? I was watching this one. This one when I was texting the group on. I'm like, hey, because it took them forever to upload. I was like, hey, by the way, this means that just one of them has to kick.
Yeah. Just somebody's got to hit a 48+ yarder.
Yeah, and I'm looking. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, there's no way both of them have to hit it because the odds would have to be way higher than they
were. Yeah, it would be way higher.
Yeah, but Dicker, he made field goals. He just didn't make a
46 yarder, didn't he?
46. That's when I texted you guys. He was about to kick, and I'm like, can we get a false start?
False start one time. Yeah, one time. Y'all do it. And we don't need you to. You pieces of shit.
Also, how about Carolina kicker? Can you just kick along?
He's actually pretty good too, man. And their offense is so good. That's why I even put them in there because Panero's pretty good. And I was like, this offense is trash. And they're going to wind up getting in there, and he's going to have a 50-yard field goal or something. He's going to boom it through because I've seen it from that dude a bunch because the offense is garbage. Dave and cross midfield yesterday.
I don't know, dude, but the Panthers are as bad as we thought they were. But let's go down through the rest of the scores this morning, because man, we got to get to some of these. AK's here. What up, buddy? I think it's funny. I like that you liked my tweet yesterday. I think it's funny AK didn't show up to the pod and his Niners shit the bed. You know what I mean? He let his team down.
Did you see that throw by Brock?
Who?
Yeah, that guy. You see that one throw he had yesterday? Apparently, it was pretty gross. He had one of those where you throw it and the ball stays, but your arm keeps going and just kind of fumbles it off. You know, kind of like
yeah.
Kind of like Jameis did back against Oregon back in the day.
Well, then he had his one ball tipped and intercepted at the line, and unless that's the one you're talking about, it was gross.
This one looks like he just went to throw it and it just like slipped out of his hand or something.
That's why I can never win the big games, man. Had a chance to do something that hasn't been done since 1992 for the Niners. Blew it.
That's also nuts. That's clearly a thing. That's pretty crazy.
I'm just glad I could come in as I'm running around with a bunch of kids. Crazy ass morning yesterday, and I just go, "Hey, Cricket, real quick, put this lineup in for me." Boom. Salvaged the Prize Pick account.
That's what I'm saying, man. We got new life there, man.
Let's go, boys. Yes, slander will be served with wine. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. Dude, I'm pumped about this contest that I'm in, though, that I'm still alive in.
Let's at that stat, bro. Purdy is 14-2 against the NFC, but cannot beat the Vikings.
Yeah, well.
Gross.
Quit being a bum.
We're all a little.
God, I got so much to go through, but we'll just go down the scores. We'll give our thoughts on each game real quick, and then we'll go through some of the other stuff. And then we got highlight today too, man. Let's go back to where we know how to win. You know, let's not bet Monday Night Football. Let's just bet some highlight.
Hell with football and betting highlight today.
that's what I'm talking about. This was a bad week. We got our asses kicked, and we're gonna move on. That play is over.
That play is over. Thank God.
Brady couldn't beat Miami in Miami. Say that to his 7 Super Bowl rings, baby. What up? Here we go.
Good thing for both of y'all is those Miami teams and these Minnesota Viking teams aren't going to be good enough to meet you in the playoffs. So don't even worry about it. They damn sure ain't going to be good enough to get them I know it looks that way now. Everybody's going to hype up the Vikings, but I don't think the Vikings are going to be good enough to get them a home playoff game. So you shouldn't have to worry about it.
You know, I can't wait for us to talk about the standings because they look
crazy.
They look bonkers, and we
don't
crazy stay that way.
With the Ravens at the bottom, the Vikings at the top.
Steelers leading the division.
Stupid.
What?
Oh man.
Week 2 overreactions is here, baby. Let's do this. By the way, shout out to everyone watching over on Rumble. You guys are the real MVPs. Shout out. Okay. Here we go. So I was mad about this game. Beardo was texting me. He goes, "Man, your Patriots looked good." I go, "No, they ruined it. I wanted them to lose by a touchdown. What are they doing? What are they doing to me?"
They covered for me, man. I really needed that.
They almost won this game.
Think about how gross that was, though, with the Packers money line, the Patriots money line, and the Vikings money line. A little parlay. I think it was like plus 9-1 or something like that. Your Patriots had it, man. They had it for me right there.
Bro, how did you even get to Vikings money line?
Because it looked weird, man. And then AK's throwing that stat at me since 1992, and the line kept driving down. I was like, holy shit, they're going to win the game.
I'm kicking myself. Next time I see you guys touting a play, like and it's against your team, like the Bucks and then the Cowboys with Patriots, I wish I would have had a Saints Bucks NFC South money line parlay together yesterday. I would have paid nice. It would have paid over 10-1.
If Mama had nuts, she would have been Papaw.
That's true. Loki says, "Will, I sent you something on X." Let me take a look at this. But yeah, my Patriots. Are they actually good? Are they actually like decent? I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know, man. Scrappy bunch for sure. Like maybe a little chip on their shoulder, kind of reflection of their head coach there. Nobody giving them any of them a chance, and they're competing, man.
We saw this the other day, Loki, but I'll play it. We love Frank.
I saw you tweet out. You want to
Frank.
Golly. Shut up, Frank.
Yeah, Frank. What were we saying, though? Did you take anything away from the Seahawks Patriots game? Good win by the Seahawks to be able to come in. Patriots went down, scored first. DK Metcalf answered back with a bomb. He had 10 catches, 129s, and a tutty. Came down to Seahawks needing to kick a field goal to put this thing to overtime. Weird game.
Weird game for sure. You know it was going to be kind of weird with the Seahawks having to travel all the way across the country there. going to be playing a 1 p.m. game, which is really 10 a.m. for them, and just kind of a weird game. And the Patriots, we don't really know what they are. Don't expect them to be a whole lot. Didn't really expect the Seahawks to be, a whole lot either. So just kind of a weird game. I don't know if you can take a whole lot out of this one other than the fact that the Patriots are going to be one of those scrappy bunch this year.
I'm going to let you know, I don't think you can run on the Patriots. So
that's what I'm saying. Unless there's just a bunch of injuries that wind up depleting the Patriots way down, I don't think you can lay a lot of points with them.
I think Mahomes and Reed could just pick this defense apart through the air. But 2 weeks now, we've seen the Patriots run defense be pretty damn solid.
Yeah, and that's after you traded away Matthew Judon.
Yeah, which I'm kind of bummed about because I don't want them to be good because I want a better draft pick. So what are we doing?
And we obviously got, you got Gerard Mayo there, defensive-minded guy, played defense and all that. So he's obviously got some good schemed up here to keep him in the games. But at the same time, we don't know what the Bengals are. Bengals looked good yesterday. But that's still considered. I mean, they had Kansas City gave all they want, so that's a good win going down to Cincinnati and getting that win there. But the Seahawks just aren't sure just what they are yet. I mean, you beat a bad Broncos team last week, and you go on the road here too. I mean, people expect them to be bad, but this could wind up being a pretty good win, man. So I don't know that I can take too much out of this game. I'm still not sure what I got out of either one of these teams.
B. McCormick says feed keeps dropping out. My bad, dude. My bad. Well, I mean, that's not on our end. But I'm refreshing. Everything looks to be fine. But appreciate you being here.
Yeah, man, we do for sure. Welcome in, baby.
Logie says Trevor Lawrence sucked. Yeah, but I think I'm going to be on the Jags next week without even knowing who.
I ain't taking them again. I ain't letting you talk me into that shit again.
Because he came out. I like that he came out and says we suck right now. How many times do we see that when professional players in any sports says we just suck, we're terrible, and that focuses them up and they come out the next game and just dominate? Just saying, got a gut feeling about it. Might just roll.
That does seem to. That does.
Speaking of my gut feeling, my Saints came marching in. Oh, the Saints came marching in.
What is going on with that offense?
It can't.
They look potent, dude.
Stopped.
They look potent.
You guys see why I was on the Saints so much last year. This is what I envisioned. Not like this though, but I mean, like being able to be somewhat competent. Not as terrible as it was last year. This year, it's obviously it's way blown out of proportion. But Kamara 4 tutties yesterday. Derek Carr scoring on the first 15 drives of the season.
Yeah, they've scored 91 points in 2 games.
It's insane.
And it looks.
Steps, I'm telling you, I know you're listening. I know you say the Saints can't be this good. Don't step in front of this train, man. Don't do what I did last year and just be stubborn and keep betting on the Saints. Don't be stubborn and keep betting against it. You don't have to bet on them. Just walk away.
I mean, that's fair. You don't have to bet them all, man. And they've looked
31 other teams out there you can choose to bet on. You know what I mean?
Well, hell, all the ones we keep thinking are terrible keep winning football games.
Yeah. But yeah, the Saints came in, whooped up on Patriots, Cowboys. The Cowboys looked like ass. Oh my God. You know what the best thing? I know we lost money on the Cowboys yesterday. Okay. We lost picks. We lost all this stuff. You know what was fun and made it all worth it? All those people, you can go over to the YouTube channel. This is why we love Rumble. Rumble, they love us over here. YouTube over there. The one where I clipped out the Cowboys game. And I was talking about I don't trust this Cowboys defense. I don't know. I don't think it's as good as we see. I'm not saying it's bad. I need to see more data points. We talked about this a lot last week.
Mm-hmm.
And all the comments telling me that we're trash. These guys are clowns. They have terrible takes. The Cowboys defense, the Cowboys are legit. This year's different. We're back. We're not playing DBs as linebackers anymore. After the first quarter, I was firing away comments.
Doesn't it feel really good when
it felt so good. I still haven't got one back. The only one I got back was some guy was like, "Y'all sleeping on my Saints," and I'm like,
"Y'all sleeping on my Saints." Let's go. It doesn't feel really good to watch them just roast us in the comments, and then exactly what we said just comes.
I'm the worst person to shit talk on there. All right, because I'm coming back. I'm keeping receipts. I'm coming back. Even if I'm wrong, I'm coming back firing.
Y'all want to shit talk somebody? Shit talk me, man. Don't shit talk Will. He'll lay awake at night and think of a way to come back and get you, man. He'll spin that thing on you.
I don't forget these things.
That's right. Receipts, bro.
Speaking of receipts, man, I wish I would have took your buck. Your bucks look good. I mean, this was an ugly win.
Ugly win, kind of lackluster by the Lions there, but another solid performance by the Bucks. The defense is looking pretty good there. Baker's not really turning the ball over, not creating a lot of bad mistakes, man. You got options on the outside. Mike Evans didn't do shit yesterday. Chris Godwin had him a good game there. You started working the tight end some with K-Dot and all that. You need to really get Rachaad White flowing a little more. I'd like to see him get to rolling a little better, but we haven't been able to run the ball in 3 damn years. So
Baker stepped up in big spots, man, running the ball, tucking and running, scoring a tutty. Didn't he run one in, right?
Gamer, dude. He's a gamer, going all the way back to his days at Oklahoma and Texas Tech and shit. Baker's
He's not a gamer. He is a football player.
He is a football player, 100%.
Beardo texted me that. We were talking about something, and he goes, "He's a football player." In parentheses, and says cricket, probably.
That's right, man. He is a football player, 100%. Obviously, showing
Beardo, by the way, he had himself a good day yesterday. He was picking.
Beardo did.
Well, he picked the Saints. He picked the Raiders.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I was just thinking about. I knew his favorite pick was the Colts, and that one didn't work.
Oh yeah, as he said. Yeah, my lock was dumb. I'm like, yeah, dude, this is the NFL.
Y'all know how I am on that kind of too. Everybody's like, "What's your favorite pick?" And I'm like, "Well, I kind of like all the ones I took. I don't know that I like one any more than the other one. I expect them all to win. They usually won't, but I don't know that I have favorite picks, man. I feel like every time I went
0-1-1 on my favorite picks. I had the Colts.
That's what I'm saying. Every time I dub something a favorite pick, it's a loser.
We can get to it. And I know you guys are going to say, well, they shouldn't have won that game. I don't care. It shouldn't have even been that close. The Saints was my favorite pick. And those guys, if you could stop a fourth down, did you watch any of that game?
The Cowboys Saints?
No. Chiefs Bengals.
I watched a little bit of it, man. Like I said,
I watched probably 75% of it. That defense did so good last night, and they couldn't stop a fourth down, including a touchdown pass on a fourth down. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, man, I was so over football by the 4 p.m. hour yesterday. My way, like I had it on, but I took me a little nappy poo throughout most of that game.
Yeah, it kind of sucks when you had 10 games in the morning slot, so it's like you only had 3 games in the afternoon. So it's like,
and I'm just like, hell, I've done had my head kicked in between college football and early morning NFL. I was ready to just take my licks and go lay down
Loki says Burrow cost his team that game. We'll get into that when we get there. Pat Mahomes has to be buried and dead if you want to bet the Chiefs. Don't give him any chances at the end. That is true. You never count out Patty Mahomes, who had a terrible day yesterday. Terrible game. They still got the win. We're going to get to that one next. I would say Jamar Chase cost him the game. Did you see what Jamar Chase did at the end?
Mm-mm.
Well, it was like going to be third and manageable, and if they pick up the first down, they could probably run out the clock. And he decides to say some shit to the ref and get a 15-yard penalty.
I did see a little headline this morning that said he threw the flag on him. He said Jamar Chase crossed the line with profanity.
Yeah, they're like, how can you call that? Because they're like talking about favoritism for the Chiefs and stuff like that. And he's like, how could you call that there? He's like, there's certain things like grown men, you can. This is what the head ref said. He goes, you can curse, you can do all that stuff, but when you direct hate and violence towards one of the refs, we can't let that slide.
No, there comes a time these are still grown-ass men too. They're not going to sit and take that either, whether you're an NFL player or not. They don't have to sit and listen to you, especially if you're being derogatory toward, who knows what he said. But there comes a line. There is a line that you can cross there.
Hey, check this out real quick before we get into the next game.
Let's
eked out a unit and a half. Somehow yesterday, after all that chaos, I still eked out up 1.5, almost 2 full units.
What Lisa, a battle between you and Lisa you got going on there, bro.
Yeah, she fell back about 3 units. I went up about almost 2. I mean, I'm just widening the gap. You know what the easiest win was? Speaking of the game that we just talked about, the easiest win for me yesterday was Bucks Lions under. That was nice.
That ain't even close.
And
what was it?
You know why I took it? I was looking at her picks. She took Bucks Lions over 48.5. So she got it the week before, and it crept up 3 points. And I was like 51.5 ago. I'm going.
You said that yesterday. You said that game was going under.
Yeah, there was a lot of stats and trends on it. Why it was. So your boy's still hanging on.
I mean, for her to only be down 3 units, she had like 74 picks, I think.
Dude, I know. I'm still picking 65% this year, though.
Hey, you cannot sneeze at that in the NFL for nothing, man. 65%.
And I haven't even I ended up eking out positive even yesterday betting wise, even with all the chaos, because I've been focused on props and stuff like that. But Steps knows this from the very beginning. I typically don't like betting the first 4 weeks of the season, but I do because it's tough because we don't know anything. But that's why I haven't put out many teaser plays like I normally do, because I haven't been doing many because unless you just tease a bunch of the dogs yesterday, you were going to get screwed. Like a lot of the Wong teas, like I've just been waiting. I've been picking my spot with these player props, like the Lamar under. These field goal props are just free money. So I've just been taking my time, and I'm going to start getting in and putting out more of what I normally do bet. But I've been kind of staying away and trying to avoid some of this chaos. I bet the play. So I lost on the Chiefs. I bet the plays that I really like, but Paige says it's called Passion Steps. That's right. Speaking of steps, Colts loss. Isn't the NFL funny? I saw this. I should have went with my gut on the Packers. Everyone's telling me how Malik Willis sucks, couldn't even be a backup, but there's just something weird about the NFL. And Robert said it too. He goes, there's just like backup quarterbacks that come in and fill in the first game. They have a crazy ATS record.
Yeah, you know they do, man. He was right about that when he said it. I'm telling you, there's something to the old plus. There's a plus 2.5 that's going to win straight up every single week. You see two, three of them games at a plus 2.5 or minus 2.5. The plus 2.5 is going to win at least one of those games every single week.
Yeah,
straight up.
Absolutely.
Not just cover it. They're going to win on the money line straight up.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. So,
what are the Packers? I don't know what the Packers are just yet, man. I know they got to get Jordan Love back, obviously, but when they get him back, are they a real contender? I mean, they didn't play bad.
It's tough to play in Lambeau, man.
It is tough to go play, especially when you're used to playing inside a dome. I mean, it's not cold up there yet, but it's still outdoors. There is definitely that is a factor. A lot of these quarterbacks play really, really good indoors and really, really bad outdoors.
Isn't this such an NFL thing too? The new modern NFL. We were talking about this in the group chat yesterday, but like, it's like yesterday. It was big plays. Big plays are bust all day long. Fantasy owners just your guy either did something or did nothing.
What's rough is when you had the guy in one league, but you played against him. They're like Kamara. I got Kamara in one league, but I'm playing against him in another one, and I'm just like, man, this is a double-edged sword for sure.
I forgot to show you this too. Look at this.
Hey, man.
Nice little glare. Nice little sticker. Huh? I wanted to check it out. You can get them all in different sizes. I want to check that. That's clean, man.
It was something like that Cowboys game. I feel like in the second quarter, it was like they'd already had like 3 50-plus yard touchdowns.
That's right.
Madness.
Jets Titans.
Weird game.
Jets. This was an ugly game. Titans played them close. Jets. Feels like they're getting things moving on. This Titans defense actually might be pretty decent.
They're not terrible.
Yeah.
The defense is not terrible. Will Levis is terrible.
Mm-hmm. We know that.
Who would have thought it took like 26 months to get Aaron Rodgers' first win for the Jets? You know, we've only been waiting for this for 2.5 years now.
Let's see what you did there.
Good job.
Hey, Jets got it done. There you go. Not much to take away from this game. Good road to win for the Jets, but
yeah, they needed to bounce back.
I expect them to play better too. Remember, they had it was a short week for them, terrible travel time. Didn't look great, was clunky, but the offense eventually got things going. Breece Hall, beast.
Oh God, that dude's a savage, bro. Love Breece Hall. Hope he can stay healthy. Who do you think's the favorite in the AFC East right now? I mean, I guess it's got to be the Bills, but I don't think the Jets are all that far behind them.
I think it should be the Jets.
Probably.
Remember, I have that play. I bet the Jets to win the division and the Dolphins to win the division because it was just an anti-Bills play.
Yeah,
now
the Jets probably should be considered the favorite, but they won't be because of how they looked against San Francisco.
Oh yeah, no, they won't. And the Bills, I mean, they get all the love anyways. But hey, Arla Cost came in here. Can I say I told you so? Never doubt Baker's heart.
That's right. Get him, Arla Cost. That's right.
You try warning us.
He did say he was going to come in here laughing at us, told us how it was going to be. Man, good pick, sir. Good pick. Like I said, it's one of those where I really felt like we were going to get drubbed in that thing. But you can't even be that mad at it when you see how well your team played and how good Baker looks early on. That's a big-time win to go over and get a win on the road at that Lions team. It's a big-time win early.
He tried warning us. Meanwhile, we were making picks like a bunch of out there, you know, and
we're totally a bunch of beeps. Totally, 100%. I hate football this weekend, man.
Who's retarded now? Yeah.
That's right. That's us, bro. Actual footage of us talking after the games last night.
This is Arla Cost talking to the whole chat who tried to say the Lions were a cod lock.
Yeah. Who's retarded now? Yeah.
Fuck the Lions.
Vikings Niners, man. This one was weird. The Niners couldn't get anything going, man. I thought there was a chance. They had momentum here in this game. They were down, but they had momentum. The Vikings, which is weird, Sam Darnold and his Vikings team, driving down to score again and put this game, kind of put it away. And my man Fred Warner gets an interception. I was like, after that, I was texting Beardo. I was like, I was like, I keep saying this. I need to do it. I need to go get me a Fred Warner jersey. You know what I mean? Because I love that guy. I love that guy. But yeah, I thought that was a momentum changer, and they didn't really it didn't work out for them. My wife yesterday, I'm on the couch. Well, I'm doing a bunch of stuff, but every time I could sit on the couch, I'm like every like 5 to 10 seconds, text, put my phone down, text it. Because I usually don't sit there and text on my phone. She's like, who the hell are you texting? And I'm like, I'm literally talking to Beardo. I'm talking to the group chat. I'm like, it's Sunday. What do you mean? I'm talking to the boys. Football's on. I'm looking at it right now.
11 different group chats open. Everybody's coming through. Bring. Like, what is going on over there? I'm like, it's football Sunday. Mind your business.
Yeah, just give us our few hours, our 7 hours of uninterrupted football.
It's like, look, it's not like we're over here winning or losing. We got to talk. It's like a therapy session in this group chat.
I promise you, I'm not texting any women.
Yeah, no, I don't even want to talk to them.
But I am texting a bunch of bitches because their plays suck.
Yeah, 100%. Got them.
You take anything away from this game? I mean, it's just.
No, I really can't, man. Seeing that
Sam Darnold MVP? Do we bet Sam Darnold MVP? I mean, look at this guy.
If you like donating money, go ahead and bet that if you want to. But obviously something weird goes on in this game. We talk about that where certain teams just have certain teams' numbers, especially at home or whatever. And clearly the Vikings have some weird edge over the 49ers up in Minnesota up there.
I knew the game was over when Darnold
hit Jefferson for a 97-yard touchdown.
The stones it took to make that throw out of your
right, bro. Against the 49ers defense with them just pulling their ears back, come to rip your head off for the safety, and he drops back, little 5-step drop, and just hums it 55 yards in the air and drops in the bucket. And then, hey, JJ made a pretty good run after catching that thing, man.
Yeah. Shout out to all the people that picked up Mason for the 49ers. Not only did you get a steal there, but he also got you 100 yards in a tutty, even though they lost. So, I mean, fantasy football wise, you're looking good. You know
I mean, you can't be mad at it, man. Definitely. Well, good morning, Derp.
This game was disgusting. I'm so glad I stayed away from the Giants in this one and Survivor and whatnot. The Giants should have won this game. But you see what happened? This is why these NFL teams are saying, screw it. We're just going to kick it to the back of the end zone and let you start on the 30 because they can't risk their kicker getting injured. The Giants kicker goes down at the first play of the game. So they don't have a kicker. They're the first team in NFL history to not give up what did they? They scored 3 off. They scored. What did they do? They're the first team in NFL history to not.
They didn't get an extra point or a field goal.
No, I think two were field goals. But anyways, they're the first team in NFL history to not give up an offensive touchdown and lose the game after scoring 3 touchdowns or whatever.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird game.
I got to look up the exact stats on it.
I had the Commanders set as my survivor until like Saturday morning, and I switched it to the Lions.
There it is. The Giants became the first team in NFL history to score 3+ touchdowns, allow no TDs, and lose in regulation. Incredible. So yeah, it was 3 TDs. That's right. They couldn't make field goals because they couldn't do it. And here's the thing. All right. This is on, everyone's like, well, this isn't Dayball's fault that his kicker went down. Yeah, it is. Because one, he only allowed it. So after the first touchdown, he allowed his punter to go out there to kick the extra point and he missed it. Then the next 2 touchdowns, he didn't even give his guy a chance. They went for 2. So first of all, and he said he loved the plays they had to go for 2. First of all, let your punter try again. Okay.
Come on, man.
Have him kicking on the sideline, like for the net. Yeah. Get it. I mean, he's a kicker. He'll figure it out. Also, how do you not have someone else like this? This is the NFL. You got to be prepared for everything. You think Belichick would have someone that didn't know how to kick, like a backup person that could kick an extra point? I'm not asking you to make a 45-yard field goal.
It's the NFL. These guys are world-class athletes. Nobody.
I'm sure there's a safety
30 yards.
I'm sure there's a lineman that could have went and kicked that extra point for you. You know what I mean?
I mean, I could have gave a run at it.
That's what I'm saying.
Right now, in my hey dudes.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm like, we don't have anybody out there that could even get one close. Like, at least make it look good.
Have a contingency plan for this stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like injuries don't happen in NFL.
And here's the other thing. Make your damn 2-point conversion then. You know what I mean? Like, come on, be better.
Yeah, just do. You think 53-man roster is big enough?
I think we should have like.
I mean, you look at a lot of these college teams, man. A lot of these college teams got 80 guys on them.
I know.
and I understand, but I'm saying 53. Like, why couldn't we have it at 53 and extend it to 60, just with like reserve guys for emergencies like this, so the games just don't turn out terrible.
Yeah,
why can't we have a backup?
Like you should get like one. Like one backup per unit group or something like that. You got your emergency DB that can't. You got a backup DB that can't come in unless it's like 2 players get injured, right?
At least at like specialist positions, you got your emergency quarterback. Maybe an emergency kicker. Obviously, you don't need 3 kickers. You're not going to hurt 2 in the same game. It'd just be weird if you did. I mean, it can happen, but why not have a guy that's an emergency kicker? There's guys out there that can still kick the football. That could have a chance. I mean, it doesn't happen that often, but when something like this does happen, the game winds up being shit.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. They should have. The Giants deserve to lose that one. They should have won that game, but they deserve to lose it. Shout out to the freaking kicker for the Commanders. 7 field goals. They didn't score a touchdown yesterday. 7 field goals.
Oh my gosh.
And they had just signed him recently. They've been having kicking issues. Austin Seibert, shout out to him. My man, you might have just earned yourself a contract on this team.
What did you say, Cyborg?
It says Seibert.
Oh, Seibert the Cyborg. 7 field goals. Let's go,
7
bro.
field goals.
Boy, that would have been.
What up, Dirk? He said, good morning.
That's why you said the 7+ field goals for Washington's kicker. That would have been like plus 10,000.
Yeah.
Wow. I guarantee you.
Tell you, man, these kicker props, that's the way to go.
I think it is, man. We've said it for 2 seasons now, and I don't think we got it. I'm looking here at all these weird numbers, and there's a lot of field goals kicked yesterday.
A lot of field goals.
A lot. From a long way out.
Speaking of which, Dicker the kicker, he had a couple field goals yesterday. Not far
enough.
He
didn't have a 48-yarder. Piece of shit.
Hey, it's not his fault as the Panthers defense is that bad.
True. I'm just saying, give us a false start and make it a 51-yarder instead of a 46-yarder.
I just wanted a chance. I wanted you to just kick one from 48 or beyond, right? If you miss it, okay.
I just want you to try. Just show me a little effort there.
You didn't even give me a chance.
How are you going to run for office, not even trying a 50-yard field goal?
I don't think we have anything to say about the Chargers-Panthers game. Chargers are 2-0. Congrats. I still don't think they look good. Panthers are just that bad. That's what we learned. The Panthers are that bad. The Panthers are not an NFL football team.
No.
Bryce Young, and it has nothing to – I mean, part of it's not all because of his height, because we saw Kyler Murray yesterday, little-ass Kyler Murray go out and ball out yesterday, right? He's just not – Bryce Young, you're not an NFL quarterback, dude. You're just not.
Not big enough, bro. Not big enough.
It's not even the size, though, man. I mean, look at Kyler
It has a lot to do with it, though.
It's part of it, but
it definitely is part of it. I mean, you'd obviously be, you're about 4 or 5 inches taller. You'd be a lot more athletic, too.
It's your job, though. Guy. I mean, it's your job, and you're in your 2nd year now, so you've had a whole off season to practice this shit. You should figure out what to do with your size. You know what I mean? Like if you're talented enough to throw a football to be an NFL quarterback, you got to figure out how to move around in that pocket to be able to get the ball where it needs to be.
Yeah, and you clearly thought, it's kind of I did watch a little bit, just a few minutes of that game late last night, and they were talking about Caleb Williams. He had a pretty crazy scramble where he almost got out of it, man. He looked like he was dead to rights. He almost got out of it, and they wound up snagging him. Then Collinsworth, who I don't care for Collinsworth, but he did make a good point. He was like, in college, he probably turns that into a 40-yard game. But in the NFL, everybody's just as athletic as you are, bro.
Ain't that the truth? Patriot says, I like how y'all going with kickers. I wonder where y'all got that from, nerds. Hey, kickers and unders. And that's what someone recommended to me. And he also recommended the Chargers. J.K. Dobbins, though, what a stud. 2 weeks in a row.
Love him, bro.
Monster numbers. Quentin Johnson, you freaking bum. Why did you decide now to ball out when I don't put you in my fantasy lineup?
When I saw him get 2 tutties yesterday, I thought very hard about you. I was like, I bet Will is just so upset with Quentin Johnson right now.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember last year we were beating the chest on this guy, and he had like 4 catches all season or something. And he came out yesterday with the 2 tutties. But shout out to J.K. Dobbins, my favorite player in the NFL, man. Like I've said before, I'm not pulling for anybody harder, and I hope that guy has 1,800 yards and 18 touchdowns this year. He's on pace, bro.
Man, I thought the Jags were going to pull this off. They almost did. The guy almost caught it in the back of the end zone. The Jags had a chance here, but the Jags looked like ass. The Browns came out and did I got to stick with my gut on these Browns, man. I just like the stats and everything pointed to the Jags in this one. I'm still not mad about losing this, but the Browns end up winning 18-13 over the Jags. Get a good win. They don't look all that great, but a road win in the NFL is a road win in the NFL. It's impressive no matter what,
Yeah, I think we just. Oh yeah, absolutely. Road win in the NFL is a big deal, especially a team like that had been. Well, our stat didn't come through though.
That's what I'm saying. All the stats
Yeah.
and trends pointed to.
Yeah, they
like,
pointed to that.
Jags.
They just. I mean, maybe we just bet the damn unders in Jaguars games. That offense doesn't look very good, man. The defense looks solid.
Probably in Browns games too.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. It would have been us in week 1.
Yeah. You got anything else on the Browns there? I
don't know. We still don't know what either one of those teams are just yet.
I like the Jags next week, and I don't even know who they play. I don't even know the line. I just like the Jags next week.
We're just gonna bet them when they go to London.
True. Raiders, Ravens. I am so excited for Minshew and this team, man. You kept saying it. You were like, man, that was you, right? Saying that about.
I couldn't get it out of my head, man. He did the same thing with the Colts last year. Took him up there and let him back late and got it to OT and beat him up. I couldn't get that out of my head, man.
Shout out to Henry for getting in the end zone. You the real MVP. Minshew, though, 276 yards, a tutty, only 1 interception. Come from behind, last second field goal win here. Great stuff from the Raiders. I was rooting so hard. I was rooting so hard for this pick for them to actually win it, because I was like, okay, the Ravens aren't covering, so it helps, the contest picks, because I know a lot of people took the Ravens. But I was rooting so hard for this for Survivor, because this is the second week in a row the heaviest pick team, the biggest favorite, ended up losing outright. So it knocked out all those Survivor picks. But talk about this game a little bit while I go refill my coffee.
Yeah, no, like I said, I couldn't get out of my head that Gardner had done this just about almost a year to the date. I feel like this was first 2 or 3 weeks last year as well here. But the Ravens, I'm not sure what they are. This is a team coming with a lot of expectations here, making it the AFC Championship last year and losing to Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs. You go down there, you lose that close game in week 1 to them same Chiefs, and you come back home in a game where you're damn near double-digit favorites. I think it was at 9.5 earlier in the week, but kept creeping down, looked funny. And the Raiders, just hung around. I think they were down 10+ at one point, and Gardner just battles back. Gardner's a scrappy dude. He don't give a shit. He's just going to be out there. He's going to play 60 minutes, bro. He don't care. Gardner's out there putting it all on the line every single week. And like Patriot said earlier, excuse me, y'all, the Raiders' defense might be a little bit better than we expected.
Yeah, or the
Ravens.
Where I was talking about yesterday, and I was like, maybe we're getting too deep into this, but I was talking about Lamar and quitting on his team in that playoffs thing, and I'm like, I think if the going gets tough, this could get real ugly for the Ravens, because I don't know how much Lamar he said goodbye to the organization, and then when he found out there was no trade value for him out there, he just took the best deal you could get. He resents that organization. Yeah, they paid him a lot of money. I owe him a lot of money.
I'm like, shit, I don't know how you could resent it that much.
These guys are all divas.
They are all divas.
Hey,
that's true.
I'm still calling it. I still think, Devontae Adams himself a game, 9 catches, 110 yards, a tutty. I still think he ends up in New York. I think we see a trade. I think he's going to the Jets.
That'd be pretty sweet. Devontae Adams is a football player, man.
He is a football player. I can't believe I didn't keep this in one of my contest picks, because I love the Cardinals. It was a terrible spot. Bro. And look at this. Look at the stat one for both sides. Remember that overtime stat I told you? Lions sucked it up. The Rams sucked it up. There was that teams that went to overtime the following week only cover 43% of the time.
Oh, yeah, bro. I forgot about that one. Okay, let's go. Cardinals waxed them, dude. This was never close.
I'm not going to lie. When I saw them up 14-0 at the first quarter, I go,
here they
go. They're going to do another hot start and then blow it to these Rams. But the Rams, who are now 0-2, we liked the Rams before the season started, but what is the one thing we said? They've got to stay healthy. And guess what? They're not healthy at all. And it's going to be a long season. Shout out to Steps for taking under in Cooper Kupp's. I saw when I heard it popped up on the TV when the second half started. It said Cooper Kupp's not returning to the game. And I go, oh my goodness. And I went and looked real quick to make sure he didn't have anywhere near 7 catches. So
he had 4 for 37, I think.
Yeah, and I was like, add a baby Steps. I didn't play that one with you, but add a baby. I was thinking of Steps on that one. I was nervous at that point because we had it was 24-3. I had over 40 was it 48 47.5? I had 47.5,
48, something like that.
Yeah, I had that. So I was like, oh no, come on, please get there. When the Rams scored that touchdown in the third quarter, I was like, okay, we're getting there.
Yeah, man. I went through all my totals yesterday. In the little contest, I went 3-2 in your game on contest for the $100 there. Did anybody go 5-0 in that one?
Nope.
No, that's okay. I went 3-2. I lost the. I had the Cowboys. I think no, I didn't have the Cowboys. I had the. I know I had the Lions and somebody else that lost there, but I hit my 3 totals, man. I had the over in the Cowboys games, over in this game, and then the under in the Broncos game there. So that came through.
I think CU went 4-1. So there was yours.
Jacksonville was the other one I had. Okay.
This one lost because of Baltimore. Washington covered. Cleveland. Oh man, this one right here. Scott. Shout out to Scott. Baltimore ruined it. I think CU. Let's see. Giants, Redskins, under that cash. Chargers, Panthers, Chargers, that one cash. It was the Niners that got him. Oh, and the Chiefs. Never mind. The Chiefs and the Eagles. Yeah.
That's a fun little contest. I like that one, man. I put those in like the last second yesterday. I almost forgot again.
Yeah, well, hey, it's rolling over. It's gonna be $150 next week. So for $2, you can enter into this thing.
I'm just saying, you know,
I get you 4 entries. I mean, you get a whole month's worth.
I mean, all you got to do is pick 5-0.
Yeah,
easy game.
And no one's done it yet.
No,
I forgot to submit mine yesterday. I would have lost either way, so it doesn't matter.
I'm just thinking going to wind up being like $1,000 from I go 5-0.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
No
one does it like season.
4 people in week 2, and we'll have 800 people on this thing by week 9.
Let's go. Let's go. Steelers Broncos. I mean, this one was ugly. The under. I was sitting there looking at the under at 36.5 because I'd come down kickoff, and I kind of liked it, but I just stayed away. I was like, you know what? Just in case some funky things happen in this one. And when the Steelers came out and scored right off the rip a touchdown, I go, yeah, we might be. This over might squeak over. No,
didn't even come close.
Shout out to my man Boswell, though. I was sitting here sweating. We needed it for that prize picks. Kicks a field goal at the end of the first half. I go, yes, all we need is one more. Comes out beginning of third quarter, kicks another field goal. Let's go.
Just an easy game. That guy's a savage too, man.
Yeah. Bo Nix, everyone's hating on him. Dude, it's his second start. Give him a break.
Against probably maybe the best defense in the damn league.
Well, the Steelers and the Seahawks defense ain't
that's what I'm saying. Both those defenses are top half of the league there. I mean, the Steelers are top 5, but the Seahawks are still top half of the league too. And so it's kind of hard to just send the dude out to pasture after 2 games against those defenses.
This is exactly what Sean Payton wants, though. He wants all these games to be close on paper. You know, that way he's going to
be upset about that.
Going to get a good draft pick, and he could go to the ownership. But like, look, we're in these games. I got 25% of my, of my salary cap gone. Part of that's to Russell Wilson because you guys made a terrible deal before I even got here, right?
They gave a game ball yesterday, and he didn't play it down
to Russell Wilson.
Yeah, apparently Mike Tallman does this cool thing. It's called the petty game ball, and he always gives game balls. He not just Russell Wilson. There was 2 other guys that had spent some time with the Broncos, but he always gives game balls to players that have played on the other team before, and then they beat them. So anytime you beat your old team, he gives you a petty game ball.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah. So, Sean Payton ain't going anywhere. But I think this is what I think don't be surprised. Broncos are going to be scrappy. They're going to be scrappy. But Steelers 2-0 on top of the division. Look at that. Look at that. Then the game that everyone was talking about yesterday afternoon. Chiefs defeat the Bengals 26-25. Like I said, this shouldn't have even been this close. The damn Patrick Mahomes, first of all, played his worst game of his career. Just terrible throws, interceptions. He had an interception. He got a sweet flag. Kelsey bailed him out because it was a holding flag. Then he comes out, and I think I saw AK tweet this out. He said, "Ball don't lie." He threw a pick the next play.
He had one where he hit dude right in the chest with it.
Yeah, there was this. People are saying this is the interception of the year. It's a sick catch, but it's also because it's the moment, right? You're playing against the Chiefs, but right here. So he drops back, he goes, and check this out. Watch this interception.
Again, going down the field.
One hand that one.
Oh, spit on that thing.
Look at
that. SD14, I said spit on that thing. SD14 opened the door to tell me bye. He said, hey, watch it. Man, what a catch, bro. Let's go against Patty Mahomes.
Yeah.
I would just have that.
You know what everyone's talking about? Did you see the end of the game, the pass interference?
No, did not see that one.
I'll pull it up. It's pass interference. Everyone's bitching, complaining that the refs bailed out the Chiefs again. It's 4th and 15. He hucks it down the field. And let's see. He clearly hits the guy.
I mean, if you hit him before the ball gets there and the ball didn't get tipped, that's pass interference.
Yeah.
By definition.
Right here. Look at this. Here's the play. I haven't even seen this angle. This angle makes it look so. It's going to Rice here, right?
Okay. Pass interference, bud.
I mean, you hit him way too early.
Pass interference. You impeded his ability to catch the football.
I mean, it's not the biggest hit, but I mean, you clearly there's contact.
Look, the ball's way up here. You're already hitting him and stopping him from jumping up in the air and be able to grab that ball. Because if Rasheed Rice, is that Rasheed Rice? I think it is.
Yeah.
If he's standing there by himself, that guy's not there. Rasheed Rice jumps up and catches that ball. So you're laying.
I know you can make the argument that he's playing the ball too, but you can't run into the dude's back.
You can't do that.
And
That's part of the rules if you're
I'm
on
not
defense.
one who wants to defend the Chiefs either. I'm not a Chiefs
Yeah,
fan.
we don't want to do that, but that's pass interference.
I don't want to see Taylor Swift win and them purr up there again and whatnot. No. Okay, but that's pass interference.
If I'm that DB for the Bengals on that pick, I got that fat head hanging right above my recliner in the house.
Absolutely.
Where I'm just sprawled out, one hand sticking it. Let's go.
So everyone's,
did
everyone's sitting here?
Go ahead. Go ahead. We'll come back.
You said you didn't see much of this game.
I kind of like I said, I was over at this point. I had it on the TV, but I snoozed through most of it.
So Burrow had 258 yards and 2 TDs. Everyone's touting Burrow and saying, "Yeah, he had a good bounce back game. He looked great." Like I said, I watched probably 75-80% of this game. Burrow still did not look like Burrow. That offense did not look good. You know why that offense was able to move the ball is because they did the little dink and dunk. They did, meaning when you think of Burrow, you think of like big plays. Steps up in the moment, like Patrick Mahomes there. Patrick Mahomes, as bad of a game he had right before that he had a play just like that to Rasheed Rice that he caught, but there was offensive holding, so it got called back.
Okay.
I mean, Mahomes is slinging the ball down the field and making plays to his receivers. Burrow and them didn't throw anything down the field. It's very concerning.
Yeah, I mean, once again, that may be something to do with that wrist. Maybe he's not throwing the ball downfield as well. Maybe not gripping that ball just as good yet. And you're right, AK. He says definitely a flag, but it's the fact that every game the Chiefs play comes down to calls like that. That's what's going on. You're not wrong there either. Yeah. And
for once, I was like, wow, the Chiefs aren't going to get the call because they actually got a flag against them. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And then
I thought it was going to turn around.
I go, wow, look at that, because they made that play right downfield, and I'm like, which would have set up the game-winning field goal, and they got a holding call. I go, oh my god, now it's 4th and 15. I was texting Beardo. I'm like, wow, the refs actually win against the Chiefs here. Times are changing. And then the next play, I go, oh, never mind. There it is. There's the flag.
Yeah, there it is.
I go, there it is. Bailed him out.
Millie Goat says, since he had a plan, it was just use the tight ends all game long. Matchup issue, just like likely was last week. Yeah, that's
I mean, that's the plan. I get what the plan was, and they did it great. I'm just saying, I'm still concerned that Burrow and this offense can't throw the ball deep down the field.
Doesn't look that way. I mean, I'll tell you what, though. It will help this offense a lot when T. Higgins gets back. It'll open it up a lot more because you can't just key on Jamar Chase right there because T. Higgins can also beat you and would probably be a number 1 wide receiver on a lot of these teams. So it will open the offense up some when he gets back and healthy there, as long as there's not any of that still locker room drama. I mean, T's saying he wants to play football, and then people are saying he's faking the injury and all this stuff. He's like, man, I'm not faking the injury. I just am not ready. They say he's close. They said I think, what is it, a hammy? I think they said he's real close to returning there. But let's talk about for just a second because we skipped over this earlier. Our Lacoste. What about Aiden Hutchinson yesterday, bro?
Yeah, as good as Baker played, he still got sacked 4.5 times.
By the same guy?
Yeah.
What a monster.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just saying, that guy, can we bet Aiden Hutchinson MVP?
Defensive player of the year, we probably should grab some tickets.
He has 4.5 sacks a game. We're going to bet him MVP.
Well, I'm not counting on him to do it a game, but I mean, he's clearly got the stats to be defensive player of the year now.
If he just gets one a game at this point, the rest of the way, he'll break the single season record.
Millie Goat says also Mixon was more important than they think. Yeah, and I think people thought Mixon was like past his prime.
Yeah,
clearly not. I tweeted this out yesterday. I go, Mixon looks like he's having fun out there with the Texans. He looks like he's enjoying football.
And you see that so much. You see these guys get locked in a spot where they're there 7-8 years, and it starts to just be like, I'm over. This is a job. I'm not having fun anymore. And then they go to a new spot like this with a team with a bunch of young guys, and all of a sudden they're rejuvenated. Joe Mixon looks like, you're right, he's having fun playing football again.
Yeah, I was like, it's good for him.
Good for him, man. Good for Joe Mixon. Hell yeah.
Okay. And then speaking of Joe Mixon, the Texans get a win last night. We already talked about this one. Texans 19-13 win. So there you have it, Cricket. A little recap, a little chaos. in the NFL world. Let's preview tonight's game, huh? Let's preview tonight. Then we got to get the highlight before. I got to get out of here. But
what did we'll preview tonight. I just want to see what did Caleb Williams do last night. 174 and 2 picks. Huh? How about that?
Not
great.
You could say he improved.
I guess. Whatever. Moving on. Tonight's game.
Ooh, people are getting scared. I think people are shook from yesterday. I think they're like, this is the weekend of the dog.
I'm shook from all weekend, bro. I'm traumatized. I'm going to PTSD forever from week 3, 2024. Week 2 NFL, week 3 college football, 2024. Nightmares.
Patriot says Derrick Henry's washed up. Maybe.
Dude, I don't know. He's not the Derrick Henry of old, but did you see that touchdown run? They hit him at like the 4, and then he carried half the team into the end zone.
Yeah.
So
my man does some squats.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He doesn't skip
leg day.
He don't skip leg day.
No, does not skip leg day.
Well, we got the Eagles here, -5.5. Sharp money, big money on the Eagles. Action over expert taking the Falcons. 47% of the bet, 67% of the money on the Eagles. I love the Eagles tonight. They're going to get
God, I know, which makes me want to bet the Falcons. We keep saying this. We keep watching lines go down. We keep saying whatever. They don't know what they're talking about, yada, yada, yada. The team's going to blow the doors off, and they lose straight up.
I'm sticking with the Eagles. I'm sticking with them.
I'm going to bet Kirk Cousins, primetime Kirk, for the win. Primetime Kirk on the alt line, -2.5. Get all the money.
Disgusting, my man.
Just think about that. We always think it's disgusting. And if we'd have looked back yesterday at that, why can't we ever just get Monday's paper on Sunday one time?
It's going to happen one of these years. Or one of these
I would have Alvin Kamara 3+ touchdowns with Calvin Ridley 2+ touchdowns and just paid the house off.
We're gonna it's gonna be one of those weekends where it's like 5-0 in the contest. Everything we picked went right. All our kickers come through. Actually, that'll be the week the kickers don't come through for us, but everything else will. We got first touchdown scores, stuff like that. It'll happen.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna bet first touchdown scores, starting running backs for each team, set it and forget it, and walk away.
Let's run through some of these stats.
Ooh,
do we look at? Remember, it's a primetime game. Primetime under. The under cashed last night in primetime.
46 there. It's one of those weird ones right there. You're right, Patriot. I bet it. You're a savage on those.
What about Thursday night football primetime? Went under.
Yep. Last night went under. What are we so far on this? So what was last Monday? Last Monday went under.
Yeah.
Last Sunday night. Who played Sunday night football last week?
That was the Lions.
Oh, yep. That one.
And the Rams, and that went under.
That went under.
Telling you.
Did Monday go under? Monday didn't go under.
Yeah, it was. It was Niners
Jets, 32 or 33-19 or something though, wasn't it? Got over 50.
I don't remember.
I think that one got over. I think that one.
Ooh, look at this. When I wrote this thing up, it was 47.5. The totals come down to 46.
Ooh, I think I like it, man. I think the
under. Someone got the script.
Yep, under's probably the play right there. Patriot is. We got to give a shout out to Patriot, dude, because anytime he comes in and says that an individual, it's a single random person, he does it all the time, but he comes in and says this guy's going to have a big game. That guy comes out and has a big game.
That Zay Flowers?
Yeah, it's a lock every time. Every time.
That's why I put him in my TD parlay. I put him.
I bet him yesterday. I bet him. I bet him like I took him up. I took him like 60+ receiving yards to get the plus money.
Yeah, I had him with the Sun God. Can you believe that? The Sun God doesn't have a tutty yet.
I know, man. He'll have 300 yards receiving the first 2 games and no touchdowns.
Did you see? When I say Scary Terry, do you know who that is?
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah. You see Steps in our group chat? It's like, who's Scary?
Yeah.
Disappointing Steps. Expect him to know that.
Scary Terry's a player, man. If Scary Terry ever gets on a team with a real quarterback, he'd be pretty good football player.
Maybe Scary Terry should get in the end zone like I predicted, and he didn't. Maybe then Steps would know his name. So
maybe he should get a quarterback.
Terry, do something.
Halfway competent.
Kirk Cousins isn't his first rodeo in Philadelphia. He is 7-4 ATS versus the Eagles, best of any opponent in his career. But if this game feels familiar, this is Cousins' 3rd career game in week 2 versus the Eagles. Both came in Philadelphia, and Cousins is 0-2 straight up and ATS.
I started to say, you remember the last time he played the Eagles in prime time up in Minnesota? They whipped his ass.
Yeah.
Just beat him like a drum. It was disgusting. They had a lot of hype on that Vikings team, and they got beat by like 3 touchdowns.
Loki says, okay, I need a plus 1,000 to break even today. What are we doing? What do you got to look at first touchdown props in, baby?
You had a good weekend. You only needed 10-1 to break even. I need to parlay that one with like the last touchdown score.
Yeah, everyone else needs a Kirk Cousins 2 rushing touchdowns at plus 8,500 to break even.
Parlay
I was looking at those odds this morning.
Parlay with the Dallas Goedert first touchdown and a Falcons money line.
That's funny.
That might get me back. I think I'll only be down about 5 units if I hit that one.
Jalen Hurts is 17-9-1 ATS at home in his NFL career. Okay, since he was drafted as the third most profitable home ATS behind Goff and Tua. Let's see. As a home favorite, Hurts is 18-2 straight up in his career.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's a pretty good number.
And then we got all the Cousins primetime stuff here. Terrible. Cousins after 1 p.m. Eastern, 19-38 straight up. Gross. Primetime unders and long rest when it comes to unders. And both these teams coming off rest. I mean, the Eagles, they played on Friday.
Yeah. And the Falcons played early on Sunday. So you got a little bit extra rest, but
yeah. Why don't we throw together a quick little prize picks, huh?
Yeah, let's do that, man. Let's do that here.
Let's refresh the old page. By the way, you go over to Prize Picks. You can use promo code GAMEON if this thing wants to load for me. There we go. Use promo code GAMEON. Get you a little $50 bonus bet once you do or bonus cash once you put a $5 lineup in. Here's what we got today. Not much because we only got one game.
Yeah, you know, I have a whole lot there. I think I like I like Dallas Goedert less than 4.5 receptions.
Ooh, you think so?
I do.
No AJ Brown, by the way.
Oh, never mind. Take that back. That's off. Who they gonna throw it to?
It's got to go. Got to
go.
Who
they gonna throw it to? Never mind. Don't take that anymore. I forgot AJ Brown wasn't playing. Well then, all right. Now I went from under on Goddard receptions to I like Goddard anytime TD. I flipped the spectrum.
I like Devontae Smith TD.
I mean, they can both score. It's allowed.
Let's do it. Now we got to pick someone from the Falcons.
Drake London. Or we could be really gross and go Kyle Pitts, get a touchdown 2 weeks in a row. What?
Yeah, that happened. Why don't we go Kyle Pitts under?
On
under
what?
39.5 receiving yards?
Receiving yards? I don't know, man. You better be careful. This might be the year of the Pitts.
It's not going to happen.
We'd have to look and see what Kirk Cousins does with his tight ends in primetime, man.
He's not a tight end. It
doesn't matter. They play him like a tight end.
He can't block.
Label.
Dude can't block.
Yeah,
let's just do this one. Let's just do a little $5 on this one. I'll have you put it in because we got to get to our highlight. 11-1 on our money.
On which one?
Goddard Tutty, Smith Tutty, Pitts under.
Golly.
Huh?
This is gonna have his first catch for 40 yards out of the rip.
And then he'll catch one behind the line of scrimmage. And then we'll break even.
We'll break even. So a little 10 to win 110.
You run a screen pass to Kyle Pitts. Could you imagine?
Yeah, he'll probably take it to the house. The guy's a freak athlete, man.
I like that one.
All right. So Goddard anytime, Devontae Smith anytime, and Kyle Pitts less than 39.5 receiving yards.
Mm-hmm.
Lock it in.
And you too can come play over here at Prize Picks. Just use the promo code GameOn, and you'll get 50 free bonus bucks after you put your first $5 lineup, just like we did. We just did a $5 lineup right there. By the way, we got to do this too. We got to do this. We got to go. Where's it at? Where is it at? Why can't I find kickers?
What are you looking for? Field goals?
I want field goals made. I don't want points. I want field goals made.
Up there in the top right corner.
You think they'd have all the kicking stuff right next to each other?
You'd think.
Let's just do this, Cricket. $5 on this, just because we love kickers.
Okay.
We got it. Let's root for kickers tonight, huh? Young Waku over 1.5 field goals made. Jake Elliott over 1.5 field goals made. I mean, just lock it in. You know what I mean?
I always like to bet the kickers, but you should know that Young Ho Koo beats me every time.
It's okay. It's all right. We're gonna root on kickers. This is gonna be our easiest one right here.
All right, one more time.
3-1 on our money here.
Okay, I had to. Sorry, I was still trying to get that other one to lock in. It wouldn't go in, but I got it in now. So both of them more than 1.5 field goals.
Yes, sir.
Just for $5?
Yeah. I get greedy.
Why do we always bet the least amount on the locks?
Because if we bet more, it's not going to come through.
That's our problem. We're gun shy.
If we put a $20 holla on this one, I guarantee you, Young Koo's last field goal he needs to make will bounce off the upright.
As is tradition when I bet on this guy. Young Way. That says Young Ho. I don't care what anybody says.
Ooh, SD14 fan says, will we play against each other this week?
Uh-oh.
Coming week? It's going to be okay. A little rematch or a little revenge game for me.
Bro, I've got that team I have built in your buddies league is pretty strong, sir.
Pretty strong.
Pretty strong. Little 8-man league. I got running backs for days, dude. I got Saquon, James Cook, Alvin Kamara, and J.K. Dobbins.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Nasty.
Yeah, let's go.
Nasty. Pretty strong. Whoa. That's loud. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I'm just trying to set this thing up real quick.
The Patriot says, go SD, beat that nerd.
What?
Patriot rooting against you, man.
Yeah, everyone's always rooting against me. Okay. Enough of football. Let's get to a real sport.
Let's get to what the world's really waiting for now, man.
Yeah. Let's cricket, we got highlight tonight. Let's go, baby. Let's go. This is the World Highlight League. We're talking battle court highlights. So we're going to click over here. Here's what we got. Well, let's start with the standings. Let's see where we're at for 2 weeks into the season, right? Ooh. The Renegades, they were the betting favorite going into the season, right? And they're betting favorite to win this whole thing. They still are the betting favorite. They're on top after 2 weeks. Cyclones right behind them, though. Half a point back. You got the Fireballs hanging in there. Fireballs were leading after last week. They had an injury, had a forfeit. Their match didn't go too well. Warriors are right there. That's Ray Lewis's team. Shout out. And then you got the Chargers and the Poor Devils, man. Poor Devils.
Poor Devils, bro. I watched the Devils.
Still better than the Carolina Panthers.
Still much better than the Carolina Panthers. I bet the Carolina Panthers couldn't beat the Devils in highlight. You kidding me? They might not beat them in football.
No, I'll take the Devils in that one.
Yeah, I watched that Devils game the other night. They had a lot of those matches they were in, man. A lot of solid players on that Devils team. I really like Harrow. He's a stud for them. He came through for us last night. Wound up getting us a little 2-1 victory in the last doubles match.
That's what we're talking
about. Plus 350. But yeah, I like Harrow a lot. But the Devils, I mean, they got some inexperienced guys there. But they were in a lot of those games the other night, man.
Absolutely. What do we got? What was Friday's match? Speaking of the Devils, Cyclones defeat the Devils 5.5 to 2.5. And we did get confirmation that we are going to be able to, pick the matches and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be fun.
Let's tell them about that real quick. When we show them the betting up there, we'll show them because, you can pick a side in this, but in the mornings when we're on, they don't have those out just yet. They're usually going to release those anywhere from 3.5 to 4 hours before the game, something like that. So check that later. You can pick a side in this, but if you go try to put a bet in right now on DraftKings in the World Highlight League, you're not going to have that option. But let me just do this right quick. I'll show y'all exactly.
Yeah, sorry, I'm pulling it
up. Right here up in the top where you see the correct score, set winner, match winner, whatever. But it gets to be about 3 hours before game time. You're going to have a different little tab pop out here, and that will be where you can pick your side for the match. Like I said, it'll be about 3 hours before game time, so probably about 2 p.m. Eastern today. But you will have an extra little section, and you can pick whether you want which team you want to win. They'll have odds laid on that. And then once the match starts, you'll have another little section that pops in here where you can actually bet the points. Each point you can bet live.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's a pretty cool way to do it. You just got to be careful because I think you can get yourself in trouble if you're doing that because the points go by pretty quick and you could have a lot of bets in a hurry. So just be careful with that, but you do have the option to bet the points live when the game gets rolling.
Yeah, and the reason why they do that is because there could be a last-second scratch. So if you see, right here, I have pulled up last Tuesday. They knew this in advance, so there was a forfeit. But, if there's a last-second scratch and they have to forfeit a game, you automatically give up 1.5 right there in that doubles match, which would tilt the odds drastically. So they can't put those up yet. That's why it takes them a while. But yeah, we got highlights. Let's see what we got today. Ooh, baby. Cyclones back at it again. Once again, the Friday team plays on Monday. That.
How about that?
Winning
man?
Friday team, too. Look at that. Cyclones, Fireballs. Let's go. Let's take a look at the matchup. I got to go back and look and see how they did last week. I thought they did pretty good, not being rusty from playing Friday to Monday, instead of having a few days off the whole week.
And you also want to look at this because some of these guys, just because they played on Friday and they're going to turn around and play on Monday, some of these guys might have had more of a rest night on Monday. Like the other night, you had our guy Bueno and Harrow for both teams had 3 matches in that thing the other night. So they're probably only going to have like 1 match tonight, something like that. So you can look at that. Even the guys that might be playing 2-3 matches tonight may not have played as much on Friday.
Absolutely. So here's what we got. We're going to start off with a couple doubles matches and then 2 singles, and then we're going to finish with 2 doubles. I like that. Ooh, great. You see this single? We got Manu versus Ublia, Division 3 versus Division 1. I bet you we got some crazy odds on that one. Let's see.
I think Manu's a big favorite in that one.
Minus 800.
Manu's a big favorite in that one, man. I
think when you got a Division 1 versus Division 3, I mean, it's
yeah. Oh man, yeah, he's going to be a big favorite. I wouldn't mess with that one. I don't think there's any value in that one right there. I like my favorite bet of the day is going to be Bueno and Manu to win 2-0 over Hormachet and Cabrera at minus 120.
That is the 5th match, right? Yeah, right here. 2-0 minus 120.
That is my favorite bet of the day. And I also like in the next doubles match, man, I like Hormachet and Ikeda to win 2-1 at plus 310. Down.
2-1?
Nope, go down. You're not there yet. It's Bueno and Hormachet and Ikeda to win 2-1 at plus 310.
Right here, right?
Yep, right there. 2-1 plus 310. I like that one. That'll be Hormachet's 3rd match tonight. Expect to be, a little tired, a little winded. He's going to have to play back-to-back doubles matches right there as well. He played with Cabrera before he plays with Ikeda. But Hormachet and Ikeda should be the big favorites in that one. But just looking for a little, little fatigue toward the end of the match there. Hormachet's already played several games at that point. I do think they will wind up winning the match, but I do think they allow Ron and Omega Reyna to get one in that thing. So I think they do win that match 2-1 there for Hormachet, and that's plus 310. I like those little 3-1s, man.
Okay. Yeah. And there's different rankings. We also learned there's different rankings for your singles versus your doubles too. So just because you're Division 1 and 1 doesn't mean you will be in the number.
We need to show them we got a free contest going on for this too, man. Some of y'all
That's on Fridays.
Is that just Fridays?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll get back. That's my bad. We'll get back to that then. But there is ways you guys can kind of fill around with this stuff, bet, and you don't have to actually invest your money in it just yet if you're not comfortable with it. But they do have some free contests going on that you go check out and be able to kind of get a feel for this stuff before you start investing your real money in it. Because they're giving away real prizes too. They're giving away like $250 up top, and then they're giving away some gift cards and all kind of things. So you're playing for something, and you ain't even got to invest your own money. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was just looking at the futures market. 2 weeks in, Renegade's still the favorite. Warriors right behind them.
My fireballs are plummeting.
That might make us want to look at the Warriors, their match this week, because this is telling us the market's telling us the Warriors are getting turned around. They're behind in the standings, not too far behind, but we'll see.
Maybe we just start betting on them just to win straight up.
Yeah, maybe. But we got I'm trying to think of what I like this today. I think you just go Manu 2-0 minus 425. Just see one go in, See one go in.
Got to see one go in. SD14 as his cricket future announcer. She calls it Jaho. She can't ever get the name right. But the other night I was on the front porch, man, and I had my highlight going, and I'm learning all the terms and everything. I'm telling you, old boy that announces for highlight, he better be on his toes because I'm coming for that job.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we got a good matchup this today, though. I do think it's interesting. The Hormachet, he plays 3 matches. Manu plays 2. Ikeda plays 3 as well.
And that's something that the longer the season goes, you won't see that as much. A lot of these matches, they try to prevent that from happening where you have a guy play 3 matches in the same game day and all that stuff. But sometimes it's just unpreventable. Sometimes it just has to happen. I think you will probably see that kind of dwindle down some as the season goes along here. You won't see as many of these guys having to play 3 matchups. But You know, I feel like they tend to kind of get a little chip on the shoulder. Bueno the other night, they had a interview with him, and he was talking about it. He was like, when I come in and I see that I have 3 matches on the same game day, he's like, I know that not only I feel like the schedule makers are against me too. So these guys come in with a little extra chip on their shoulder. Like, he ready to beat everybody, man. He did too. Went 3-0 the other night. Let's go.
Well, here's the thing I'm looking at. You got Ikeda here, right? He's a minus 270 to win this singles match. So he should win this. Like, his odds to win 2-0. Let me see. His
For
odds to
Ikeda
win
is minus 140.
Yeah.
For
I'm
Ikeda
saying
2-0.
maybe we live bet this one. Like, we wait to see, or like in-game bet. Like, we wait to see if he drops a set to Ron and ends up having to play a third set. Maybe we fade them in the final, because this would be both their third games. Maybe we look to fade them in that third match. If now if it's a cakewalk, it's easy for him. He wins 6-2, 6-2. Then maybe we bet on homeboy. He's in the groove. I'm saying we wait until live bet this one, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's definitely a lot of opportunities to live bet in this stuff, and you can tell some guys some days are just on point, and some days you can tell they're moving a little slow, man.
Mm-hmm.
Out there, so
I'm excited. I get to watch this one. I'll be able to watch these ones because I'll be home in time. So
I especially like to look. We don't have this situation today, and they try to prevent this as well. But when you have a guy like playing a singles match and then having to turn around and play a doubles match right after that, you don't have that scenario today, and they try to prevent that as much as they can. But yeah, I think in those spots when we look at a guy that's playing a singles match has to roll right back into a doubles match, I think we fade his doubles pairing after he played the singles. Because you do a lot of running.
That's singles. You do a lot more running. Yeah, because you got like Hormachet here back-to-back doubles. But yeah. Okay. That's our highlight. By the way, go over to World Highlight League. Go check them out. The links are in the description. I will update that as well. I also will put this segment out individually, but go check out the World Highlight League. And like I said, come over here. Go over to DraftKings. Click on the little highlight section. Where are we at? Right here, World Highlight League. And we could take advantage of some of these. We've been doing pretty good so far betting some of these matches. It starts today at 5 p.m. Eastern. There's a match tomorrow, and there'll be a match Friday. So just saying, if I would have only bet highlight this weekend, I would be up. Yeah, we gotta get back all those NFL losers. I mean, NFL, college football, stupid football, garbage. My best bet. Don't waste your time with Monday Night Football. Come over to World Highlight League and also just check it out. Throw it on before the game. Go turn it on. It's on ESPN3. It's on their YouTube channel. Go check it out. If you got FUBO, it's on there. Watch it. The highlight's fun. It's pretty exciting. It's fun it really is. It's a lot of fun to bet on and stuff. Like I said, I didn't get into betting individual points because I was afraid I'd get myself in trouble there. So I didn't mess with that too much. But it is a lot of fun to bet and sweat in this stuff. So my top 2 picks today are going to be Bueno and Manu to win 2-0 over Hormachet and Cabrera at minus 120. And then for Hormachet and Ikeda to win 2-1 over Ron and Omega Reina. That's plus a little 310 right there. I like that. Okay. Go check them out. That's the World Highlight League. Go check out their page. Links in the description. And we'll be back tomorrow to recap all this, huh? That's right. Love that. Booyah. All right, Cricket. Well, another fun show. Let me see. I'm going to scroll through real quick, see if I have anything. Oh, I wanted to do this. This is what we're going to end on real quick. We're going to end on the suspense. Let's check out the NFL standings. Oh, this is great. Got the Bills leading Division 2-0. The Patriots. Man, the Patriots were they were like a missed field goal by the Seahawks away from being tied with the Bills in this division. Disgusting. I hate them. You got Steelers 2-0 in their division. Browns 1-1. Baltimore and Cincy both 0-2. Did you have that on your bingo card to start the season? Nope, but I think we got a special little bet in there. Something like that. You remember when B-Hole Patrol was in here? Mm-hmm. And we put those crazy bets in, like with the exact finish division. I'm pretty sure we got like a Steelers, Browns, Ravens, Bengals. One of those at like plus 4,500. Yeah, I bet. Yes, we did. It was 4,500. I bet it was Browns to win the division, Steelers to finish second, and then Baltimore and Cincy. Yeah, bro, we got life. We're hanging in there. Texas. Oh my God, look at the AFC South. AK said this earlier. He says the AFC South is 2-6. That is disgusting. That is gross, man. You got the Chargers. The Chargers leading the AFC West. Let's go with the Chiefs. They're tied. Yeah. Yeah,
Eagles, we
that.
expected to be there probably, but they got to play another one tonight, so that could be shuffled up.
Weirdo's Giants season's already over. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah,
at least you might be able to draft a quarterback.
Yeah, you can hope for
Who's
that.
coming out this year that people want? Who's the number one guy?
Probably Carson Beck.
You don't want that bum.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know that you just love it this year either.
There's going to be someone else that
I just wait for a couple years to take Arch Manning. Just suck for the next 2 years.
True. That boy can scoot.
I'm telling you, man. I'm not so sure.
This is a shock. The Vikings 2-0, man. After all the
that.
problems they have, that's the team I'm looking to fade.
We thought they were going to get drubbed by that awful Giants team in week 1.
Yeah, we were wrong there. Look at this, NFC South. Just 2-0 Saints, 2-0 Bucks. That's going to be a fun couple games this season. Saints, Bucks.
Falcons still suck, like we told y'all.
Yeah, they do, especially when they lose tonight. And then Seattle on top of the look at that, San Francisco. Where's Brock Purdy, AK? What's he doing?
Yeah, let's just pump the brakes on all that. 49ers can be fine.
Our poor Rams. Yeah, it's crazy. Overreactions. They don't have it. I was gonna say, I love the if the season ended today stuff.
Oh yeah, I know. I love those too. Our Lacoste. Anytime you need advice on upsets, let me know. Went 3 out of 5 in the NCAA, 1 for 1 in the NFL. Big upsets too. Let's go, our Lacoste. Love that, bro.
That's right. Atta baby. Proud of you.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
I would take next week off. If I've been doing this long enough to know that when you beat the odds that bad in the NFL,
NFL,
they'll humble you real quick the next week.
Yeah, that was NFL's tough, bro. It's tough, and it's real tough when it goes exactly the opposite of what you thought it was going to do.
Absolutely. Well, good show. We got Monday Night Football tonight. We'll recap that in the morning. Do we have Robert joining us tomorrow, or is it going to be another day?
Yeah, he should. I'll reach out to him here in just a little bit. As far as I know, he hasn't told me anything that said he is not going to, so I'm sure it'll be either tomorrow or Wednesday, but he has been saying he wants to do it on Tuesday, so I'll send him an email here in just a little bit, but I'm sure he'll be in here with us tomorrow.
I saw that he already put up pics. I was like, damn. By the
way,
feeling
good, bro. He's on a little roll. He's feeling good. Confidence.
Damn. Okay, Robert. Jeez, making your picks on Sunday night.
And y'all would have those picks if you go over to sportspicks.locals.com, use the promo code 2024. That's 2024, and you get half off of your monthly subscription through the end of September. And that man is on fire.
Yes, he is. Go over there, use promo code 2024. It's $25 a month. You're locked in, and you could have avoided this whole week and just tailed Robert stuff. And I mean, look at this. If I would just play and I've been playing a lot of them, but his college football has been crushing it too.
Yeah, man, he's been absolutely on fire.
Look at this. I'm in the top 10%.
Like it's nobody's business, man.
I'm in the top 10%. The reason why I'm not higher in this one in the college football one is because I bet against my Cougs. Yep. I went through this whole show and I didn't even pound my chest about my Cougs.
Hey, man. Nice win. Apple Cup. Cougs, that's
yesterday. I said it yesterday. I say it again. Real recognize real, and y'all don't look familiar. 3-0, top of the division, baby. The conference.
Real recognize real, and y'all don't look familiar. That's
exactly.
I like that.
Exactly, huh? I'm telling you, Cougs, undefeated season, headed to the college football playoff, and we're going to face Miami.
Let's go.
That's right. Anyways, y'all have a good rest of your Monday. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Got Crick's Corner, 1 p.m. Eastern today. Right here.
We have Crick's Corner, 1 p.m. Eastern today, so tune into that as well, and I'll set all that up. You're going to be recapping college football, huh?
No, it's going to be a bloodbath. We're going to talk about how. I got absolutely just tortured this weekend, just tortured. So we'll talk about it, man. We'll go over it. We'll recap.
When you need a happy moment, just talk about my Cougs and that great goal line stance. Oh, it was beautiful.
We need a happy moment, a little relief. That's fair. What's up, Jay Miller? How you doing, man?
Yeah, how we doing?
He said the Huskies could not handle the Pac-2 speed.
They could not.
They could not. Let's go.
I see why everyone left the Pac-12. They're scared.
They're scared to death of the
Cougs, baby. Let's go. Anyways, we'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then,
good luck, good gambling,
and game on.